we will continue with practicing questions from chapter number quadratic equations. We have definitely told on the theory that is required that we need to know and more this year for this year's exam. Because I will inform you later once we complete our studying everything, which parts are part of the exam, board exam, which parts are not part of the board exam. But as long as much as possible, we will try to study everything. Question number 2, it says, which of the following equations is quadratic? Which of the following equations is quadratic? So three equations are given. One is x square plus 2x plus 11 equals to 0. Second equation that is given is x square minus 2x plus 5 equals to x square. And the third equation that is given is x plus 2 whole square equals to 2x. We have already solved this question. If you turn the page back to page number 53 and go to question number 1, part 1 and problem set 2, it says which one is a quadratic equation. So that question and this question, they are very similar. The only difference is for question number 1, part 1, it's a multiple choice question with only one correct answer. But here, when it says which of the following equations is quadratic, it's not a multiple choice question. It is possible that more than one equations are quadratic equations. So we need to be careful. But the logic remains same. We have to simplify the equations so that there are no multiplications or divisions. What are we going to do? We are going to remove all multiplications and divisions from the equation. We will remove these things. Once we are left with only terms adding and subtracting, then we can decide whether it is a quadratic equation or not. If you look at the first one, first equation, x square plus 2x plus 11 equals to 0. Now there are no multiplication divisions here. X square is a term, 2x is a term, 11 is a term, 0 is a term, and they are connected to each other just with addition and subtraction. So we can comment on it right away. We look at the highest power of the variable and we decide whether it is quadratic or not. Tell me what is the highest power of this equation? Question is, what is the highest power of this equation? The highest power is 2. So, yes, this is a quadratic equation. Where is this 2 coming from? This 2. The power here is 1. The power here is 0. Highest power is 2. And when the highest power is 2, we will say it's a quadratic equation. So, first equation is a quadratic equation. Very easy. Now look at the second part, second equation. It's not in the simplest way. Yes, there are no multiplication or division, I agree. But the equation can be further simplified because the like terms can be added or subtracted. So let's do that. We can say if we move this x square from right to left, it will become x square minus 2x plus 5 minus x square equals to 0. Now x square minus x square is 0. So we are left with minus 2x plus 5 equals to 0. This simplification must be done. Now tell me what is the highest power of this equation? Highest power is now 1. And because the highest power is 1, this is not a quadratic equation. This is only a linear equation. So be careful. Don't be in a hurry. As Alfia was now. Alfia, listen, think, try, remember, and that will happen when you practice. This is not a quadratic equation. It looks like a quadratic equation, but it is not. Finally, the third equation. In third equation, we have multiplication and division. See, it says x plus 2 whole square means x plus 2 into x plus 2. So we have to do that multiplication, or we can just use the formula a plus b whole square, which says it is equal to a square plus 2 into a into b. So 2 into x into 2, which is 4x, plus b square. So 2 square equals to 2x square. Now we have removed the multiplication and division, but the similar terms are still there. So simplification is possible. So we will move the 2x square from right to left. So this becomes x square plus 4x plus 4 minus 2x square equals to 0. 1 chocolate minus 2 chocolate. That means this is minus x square plus 4x plus 4 equals to 0. Tell me what is the highest power? What is the degree? Look at the equation now. Now it is 2. So yes, this is definitely a quadratic equation. So warning, warning, warning once again. Just by looking without simplifying, we may not be able to answer. Looking is not enough. We have to see. Seeing is more than looking. So when we are looking, when we are seeing, we need to know that the equation that is given does not have any multiplication division. Also, they do not have any like terms. Once we have removed these, then we can confidently comment whether the equation is quadratic, linear, cubic, whatever it is. We are on page number 54. We are continuing on page number 54, problem set 2. Now we are moving to question number 3, part 1. Question number 3 says, find the value of the discriminant for each of the following equations. Please tell me if what I'm writing on the screen is not same as what is given in the textbook, because my textbook is 1 year old. So if there is any difference, any changes from my textbook to your textbook, please let me know. We have to find the value of the discriminant. So first equation that is given is 2y square minus y plus 2 equals to 0. We have to find the discriminant. Discriminant is represented by the symbol delta, which looks like a triangle. And it is calculated as b square minus 4ac. Quickly tell me what is A here, what is B, and what is C. Speak or type. What is A, what is B, what is C?
A is 2.
Correct.
B is
B
minus
is
1.
Y.
Very good. B is
One.
minus 1, not 1.
And C is 2.
Correct. So B is minus 1. So minus 1 whole square minus 4 into A, which is 2. C, which is 2. Minus 1 whole square is minus 1 into minus 1, which is plus 1. Minus 4 into 2 is 8. 8 into 2 is 16. 1 minus 16 will be how much? Class 5 integers.
Minus 15.
Minus 15 is correct. 15 is wrong. This is the value of the discriminant. See how easy it is. This equation is not in the general form. This equation is not in the general form, because general form should look like ax square plus bx plus c. Anushka, correct. You have got your no, you got your B wrong, Anushka beta. This equation is not in the general form, because the general form looks like ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So first we will have to write this equation in the general form only, then we will be able to find A, B, and C. So 5m square can remain as it is. It's like the ax square. Minus m can remain as it is. Anushka, now your b value is correct, because minus m is equivalent to the bx. Now the trick is, not the trick, it's common sense. Where is c? C is not there. Plus 0 equals to 0. Now we know our A, B, and C. A is 5, B is -1, and C is 0. So when we put the values now in the equation, in the formula, not in the equation, in the formula. I'm sorry. My pen is acting weird. So B is -1. Once again, it is square minus 4 into A is 5. C is 0. Now square of -1 is 1, and anything multiplied by 0 is 0. So 1 minus 0 is 1. Answer. Simple answer. The value of the discriminant here is 1. Let us now see question number 4. Question number 4 says, one of the roots of the quadratic equation, the equation is 2x square. Am I writing it correct? Please keep checking. 2x square plus kx minus 2 equals to 0. This is the quadratic equation. And it is a quadratic equation very clearly. The highest power of x is 2. One of the roots is -2. -2. Question is, what is the value of k? This is also not a new question, because if you look at page number 53, problem set 2, question number 2, question number 1, part 3. Part 3, there is something related to this. If you look at question number 1, part 8, it says one of the roots of the equation x square plus mx minus 5 equals to 0 is 2. Find m. वहां पे m पता करना था, यहाँ पे k पता करना. So if you have done question number 1, part 8, you should be able to do question number 4 of the problem set. Remember, what is the meaning of a root? Root means this value will satisfy the equation. If we use this value, the value here that is given is -2. For the variable is x, then the equation will be correct. And if we substitute this value in the equation, then it will convert into a linear equation and we can find the value of k. Let us see. I will write the first step, then you will complete. So because root -2 is a root, we can say 2 x की जगह -2 square plus k, again in place of x, -2 equals to 0. Now tell me, what will happen in the second step? You tell, I'll write. 2 into -2 whole square. What is -2 whole square? How much
4.
is? Sorry, say that again.
4.
4. Then 4 into 2 is how much?
8.
8. Very good. Now look at the second term. It is plus k into -2. Plus is multiplied with minus. So the answer will be in minus. Now k into 2 is 2k. And we are left with -2, which is equal to 0. Clearly a linear equation. Solve, find the value of k. Quickly. This is a linear equation. So we will use it, we will solve it very, very simply. So we have 8 minus 2. So the variable term is -2k. Let it be like this. 8 minus 2 is 6, which is equal to 0. Or Now you know we have to keep the variable terms on one side. So minus 2k on the left hand side and all the constant terms on the other side. So plus 6 when it goes to the right hand side becomes minus 6. Then we have to keep the variable on the one side. So k on the left hand side, then minus 2 will go from left to right. So multiplication will become division. So k will become 3. K equals to 3 is the correct answer. So in a way, we can say that the equation, the quadratic equation was 2x square plus 3x minus 2 equals to 0. This is the quadratic equation. जिसका कि k हमको नहीं पता था. Now we know. The question doesn't ask us to tell what the quadratic equation is, but the question is asking us only to find the value of k. But once you have found the value of k, we can also say what the quadratic equation is. Let us now try question number 5 of problem set 2. Question number 5 says, two roots of quadratic equations are given. Frame the equation. Frame the equation means banao. The roots are given. So that means alpha and beta are given. How do we do it? How do we do it? Let's see. Let's try remember. So question number 5, part 1. It says 10 and minus 10. These are the roots. We know from the roots we can form the quadratic equation like this: x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha into beta equals to 0. Doesn't matter at this point in time, it doesn't matter what is alpha, what is beta, because we are only doing addition and multiplication. If we were doing subtraction and division, then it would have mattered which is alpha, which is beta, but right now it doesn't matter. So just putting the values in this formula or equation, we get x square minus 10 minus 10 x plus 10 into minus 10 equals to 0. Or now 10 minus 10. Now you will ask me, sir, you are writing alpha plus beta, then why are you writing 10 minus 10? Baba, 10 plus minus 10 agar hota, that becomes 10 minus 10. So I wrote it directly. Now 10 minus 10 is 0. 0 into x is 0. So x square, this whole term becomes 0. And now 10 into minus 10 is minus 100 equals to 0. Is the equation. Very simple question, beta. So we know our roots 0 and 7. All we have to do is put it in this formula. So it is 0 plus 7. And then it is 0 into 7. I should write it properly. So I will write it again. Zero into 7 equals to 0. So this becomes x square is x square. 0 plus 7 is 7. यहाँ पे minus से पहले से, so minus 7x, 0 into 7 is 0 equals to 0. This will be the equation. X square minus 7x equals to 0. Every single variable, every single number is important, necessary. Question number 6 says, determine the nature of roots. माने roots कैसे होंगे? Remember the three options: real and distinct, real and equal, not real. These are the three outcomes. And these three outcomes depend on the value of the discriminant. I'm not going to remind you what that logic is. You will find out in the textbook what that logic is. And we will do it together. The first question, question number 6, part 1. It says the equation is 3x square minus 5x plus 7 equals to C. This is the equation. Remember, first we need to find out the discriminant. So to find the discriminant, we need our A, B, and C. Tell me what is A, what is B, what is C in this equation.
3 is equal to
A
A.
is 3 and B is minus 5 and C is 7.
Very good, correct. If we have this correct, then we can find the discriminant. Tell me what is the formula for discriminant.
B
square
square minus 4 AC.
Very good. Now put the value of D, A, and C in here. So I will write
Minus 5
minus 5 square
minus 4 into
4
3.
3.
7.
Solve and tell me how much you are getting. So good. We have identified A, B, and C from the general form of the quadratic equation. Then we use the formula for discriminant to find the value of the discriminant, which is minus 59. Now the next step is, based on this value of discriminant, we have to tell what will be the nature of the roots. Tell me. 2 lines we have to write more, not 1 line. 2 more lines need to be written. In this case, delta is less than 0. So we can say not real roots. Both are important parts of the answer. Why? Because even if we forget, even if we do a mistake in interpreting the outcome of nature of the roots, but if we write this part, then we are confirming we have understood what we need to check. Our logic, we should be clear about. First, identify A, B, and C. Then calculate the value of delta. Then confirm whether delta is greater than 0, equal to 0, less than 0. And then only say what the roots will be like. This equation is already in the general form. So A is clearly 1, B is clearly minus 2, and C clearly 1. M square के साथ कुछ नहीं है, मतलब 1. M के साथ minus 2 है, that is B. Then we have plus 1, that is C. When we put these values here, so minus 2 whole square minus 4 into A into C. So it is 4 minus 4 equals to 0. That is delta equals to 0. That means real and equal roots, because the discriminant is equal to 0. Question number 7 of the problem set reads, solve the following quadratic equations. Does it say which method? No, it doesn't. It doesn't say solve by factorization or solve by completing the squares method or solve by the formula. It doesn't say. It just says solve the following quadratic equations. We will try question number 6. Now, not question number 6, question number 7, part 4, let us see, part 4. Which reads n square plus 5m plus 5 equals to 0. This is the equation. Now let us take a poll of the class. माने एक survey करते हैं class का. If you think we should solve it by factorization method, show me a thumb up. If you think we should use the formula method, show me a thumb down. I will count how many thumb ups and how many thumb downs. Factorization, thumb up. Formula, thumb down. Okay. Those who have responded to the question, all of you have gone for the formula method. Okay, we will do that first. You will help me. Please feel free to speak up while I am solving it on the screen. Of course, you will also get to solve a question on your own. So to solve by factorization formula method, we first need to know A, B, and C. Please speak up if you know.
A is equal to 1, B is equal to 5, C is equal to 5.
Correct. Once we have identified A, B, and C, and this we can do only after we have ensured that our equation is in the general form. It is in the general form. Easy. Then we need to find the discriminant. It's easy writing this way, so I'm writing it this way, which is B square minus 4AC. Keep writing along with me. Now B square is 5 square. Now 4 into A is 1 and C is 5. B square is 25 now. Now 4 into 5 is 20. So we are left with 5. Our discriminant is 5. Once we have this, we know that our x value is plus B, not plus B, just B, or plus B, or minus B. What is it? What is the formula? Tell me quickly. Is it
minus b plus minus
yes.
under root b square minus 4ac
Very good, Chan. It is
divided by 2a.
very good. Should be minus B, not plus B. So minus B plus or minus our delta, which is our discriminant, जो कि हमने पहले से calculate कर लिया है, by 2a. Now I'm writing it in the next column. We will write or x equals to minus of 5, so minus 5 plus or minus square root of 5. Aman, Anushka, be careful about your fraction, by 2 into 1, which is equal to minus 5 plus or minus square root of 5 by 2, which is equal to minus 5 plus root 5 by 2 and minus 5 minus root 5 by, we can, to make it best looking, we can say therefore x equals to this, and we have our answer. We actually have our answer. Very good. Prachi is awake. We should not be writing x. We should be writing m, because m is the variable. Thank you, beta, for correcting me. It is m. M. Thank you. Try solve question number 7, part 6 on your own, which reads like x square minus 4x minus 3 equals to 0. Choice is yours. Whichever method you want to use. But try to use the shorter method. It's okay if you don't know which is the shorter method. We will figure out which is the shorter method. Come on, waiting for your answers. This is another question where we will not be able to use the factorization method, because again, our C is a prime number. So whenever we have prime number, checking is very easy. 3 is a prime number. The only factors it has is 1 and 3. There is no way we can use 1 and 3 to get minus 4 by adding. So we cannot use factorization method. We will use the formula method. This equation is already in the general form where A equals to 1, B equals to minus 4, C equals to minus 3. We can find delta as B square minus 4AC, which is equal to minus 4 whole square minus 4 into A is 1, C is minus 3. So minus 4 square is 16. Now this is minus 4 into minus 3, which is plus 12, which becomes what? 28. Have I done it right or wrong?
Right.
Right, sir, right.
Okay, then if this is our discriminant, our value for x will be equal to minus d plus or minus square root of delta by 2a. So our x will be, b is minus 4, so minus of minus b will be minus of minus 4 plus or minus square root of 28 by 2 into a is 1. So this is 4 plus or minus 28 plus square root by 2. I'm very surprised that some of you got this right, and I'm very pleasantly surprised that at least 2 of you got this right, because here it is surds and most of you struggle with surds. So what happens here is 4 plus or minus 28 can be written as
14.
7 into 4. Now square root of 28 will become square root of 7 into 4, which is 2 root 7, which is 2 root 7. So what we can write in place of square root of 28 is 2 root 7. Divided by 2. Now, because this division, Aman and Anushka, be careful. This is a fraction. So 4 by 2 and 2 by 2. 4 by 2 is 2. Plus or minus 2 by 2 is 1. Square root of 7. Therefore, our x is equal to 2 plus root 7 or 2 minus root 7. So I am very pleasantly surprised that at least some of you could solve it on your own. Very good. Our homework for today will be problem set 2, question numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We have already solved some of the questions from these questions. You will try complete. No, you will complete all the remaining questions. Take the help of the textbook, take the help of the guide, complete. If you have any doubt, we will discuss it in the next class.